day, so I feel completely ridiculous standing outside talking to myself, even more so than I do when I am in the house talking to myself. But YouTube tells me that more than half of my viewers are not British. And as you can tell from my accent, I'm not British either. So I thought it might be interesting to give you a little bit of an insight on the village that I live in and the things that we do. And for those of you who are British, you can just probably chuckle at the observations that I make. Like Bonfire Night. The night that we celebrate a traitor and make little scarecrows of his body and set it on fire. Along with a fantastical fireworks display. This is the village green where I live. You can see, obviously, this is used a lot for football matches. It's also used for the local school. My children's school comes here and does sporting events. And down there is the local shop and playground. And here comes another customer who's going to do a U-turn in this particular valley. Probably looking at me like I'm a nutball. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but the bonfire, which was humongous, is actually still smoldering a little bit, and I'm pretty sure I saw some fireworks in there, ones that probably didn't completely go off, and they throw them in the fire to make sure that they were done and dusted and taken care of. Okay, so Bonfire Night. My first experience of Bonfire Night was many moons ago, and at the time all my girls were real little and we were new to the country, so I didn't really know anything about it. I just remember laying in bed at nighttime and then fireworks were going off, and so it kind of reminded me of 4th of July in terms of what it sounded like. It was just the wrong time of year. Because Bonfire Night, for those of you who don't know, is also called Guy Fawkes Night. It is held pretty much every year on November 5th. Although celebrations can vary depending on whether that day falls in the middle of the week or on the weekend or whatever. The purpose of the celebration is to commemorate the escape of James I from an assassination plot. Basically, a bunch of people got together, decided they wanted to kill James I by blowing up the House of Lords. And Guy Fawkes was a member of this conspiracy, and he was put in charge of the munitions because that's what he did when he was in the military. An anonymous tip gave them away, and the authorities came along and found Guy Fawkes sitting on 36 barrels of gunpowder, which would have definitely reduced the entire House of Lords and the king inside it to rubble. But that night, or very shortly after, bonfires were lit in the town to let everybody know that James I had escaped this assassination attempt. Guy Fawkes and all the conspirators who were caught were sentenced to death. They were hanged, drawn, and quartered. Not sure if all three of those things happened to them or if it was pick and choose at the hangman's that day. But later on, because it did become a commemorative day of Thanksgiving for the country, it became somewhat of an anti-Catholic gathering, and people started burning effigies of the Pope. And sometimes there was actually violence at some of these gatherings. Of course, the local authorities wanted to quash all that. And over time, the celebrations did become very merry and a actual time of just gathering together with your local community. And the burning of the Pope effigy turned into burning of the Guy Fawkes effigy. And then, yes, fireworks were added on as part of the celebration. Typically for us in our village, there's food on offer, including mulled wine. Not sure if everybody knows what that is. It's apple cider, but hot wine instead. Either you like it or you don't. I happen to like it. I think it's tasty. Some people are like, no, hot wine, not having any. Yeah, so that's basically about it. It definitely is a fun night to get together with local people in the community that maybe you don't see on a regular basis. I think the kids enjoy it because they kind of get to run around in the dark. Of course, there's people who enjoy fireworks and are aficionados of that. And the bonfire is quite spectacular. Not sure if we had a Guy Fawkes effigy this year because the bonfire was actually lit before I got there, because there was a queue to get in to the playing fields this year. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen anything like it. So our bonfire celebration this year was well attended, to say the least. Hopefully you like what you've seen, and please leave a comment below. Let us know what your bonfire celebrations are like. Let us know what special events and things that happen in your village, or just let us know what you think about this crazy tradition of setting scarecrows on fire in the middle of November. For those of you who are return viewers to the dollbellieknits channel, thanks for coming by and checking out this particular new snippet. If you are completely brand new, pop on over to the other episodes of dollbellieknits where I talk about my knitting and crocheting and other fiber related crafts. And if you like what you see, please click the subscribe, the thumbs up button, and tap the little bell so that you will be notified every time a new video comes out. So until next time, we'll catch you later on the flip side in another location in the village.